everyone, welcome back to Museum Diaries. This is Jax. Today we're going to give you a house tour of our home studio, which is our home museum, and I'm going to do this with the Duchess. So I will be meeting the Duchess inside to show you a tour of our home. And the story with the home is it was willed to the Duchess, Veronica Wallace, by her father, late Mexican muralist Armando Campero. And we run the Museum Americana, out of our home. So let's go ahead and take a tour now. Hello everyone, and now I'm going to meet the Duchess upstairs, and we're going to give you a tour of our home / museum / studio. We'll see you upstairs. And here we are coming into our studio from upstairs. This is where we podcast.
That's Artemis, or Kitty.
Hi Artemis.
We have a synthesizer over there, a drill, lots of my writings over here. We've got our Apple, we've got another Yamaha keyboard synthesizer. I'm Veronica, the Duchess, and as you can see, it's a work in progress.
We're doing redoing some light fixtures in here.
A lot of stuff has to be done, but anyway, we're getting there, slowly but surely.
Yes, we're doing light fixtures in the bathroom as well. But this is the master. We've turned it into our podcast studio. This is where we podcast on Spotify, on Anchor FM, Anchor.fm, 23 Years in Prison, on Jack's Corner, my podcast. So if you want to check that out, do so. We're on episode 10 right now. We're going to move on.
Okay, so here we are. So we have over here Thumbelina, based on a child's story, Thumbelina, where she is lost from her people. She was born out of a queen's bedside. She had a little glass vase with a little flower in it, and outside of the flower came Thumbelina, a little creature that was no bigger than your thumb. So she went on a journey to find her family. Next we have over here Criminal Justice, which you see I keep it encased with barbed wire and locks because that's really what it's like. And you're going to have to see some other photographs to see the details of what's here. Here's our art library, guitar, Prince Valiant, and some of my scripts, canvas. Over here we have...
That is one heavy frame.
Yes, it
The
is.
criminal justice frame.
This is Cat Gets the Fish. There's the cat gets the fish, and it has some physics symbols in there, equations, then it has a frog, and different systems of life. This is Goldilocks, another one from my fairy tale series. This is Madonna and Christ.
That's one of my favorites. This one right here. It's done on a canvas cloth. And it goes all the way down.
And next over here we have a lamp that I designed. This is a lamp that I designed. This is Poppy Love, Dying for Love. This is about fentanyl addicts and opiate addicts. You can see the syringe. And this is a portrait of Jackie. This is her upside down. And it's called Red Latex Glove. This is called Breakfast for the Pasha, who is my late husband, Dr. Wallace.
This is one of my favorites. This is what we use in our social media cover.
And this is the COVID epidemic, which you probably don't get a very good shot of. But if you look close, you can see the COVID infection, the virus, in the eyes and the mouths. I caught COVID myself. I survived it. This is Women for Universal Peace. And as you can see, we're using cloud spheres as part of our background. This piece, am I missing anything? Oh, this is just a skull that I've been painting. This was done by Eden Page. It's a little fairy that I absolutely love. This painting here I worked on, I bought it from another artist who had bought it from another artist, and it's just one of those conglomerations of art. This one came from Spain, and it was Artist Equity, and I was in the Artist Guild in Washington State, so we did a painting exchange. So I got this painting, and I don't know the painting I gave them. This is Haute Couture, and it's about women, how they starve themselves for so-called beauty. This is an abstract that I did. This is one that Juliet did when she was a child, which is one of my favorites still. This is the unicorn. This is Jackie's painting I did for her. This is Juliet, and that's me with dark hair, and I'm wearing a corset, and I'm doing her hair, and there's fairies that are helping, which it's hard to see in that image, but this is a reprint of Vincent van Gogh's self-portrait. This is a bullwhip, which is just for decorative viewing. Then we've got samurai sword, military sword. You know, we like to collect certain things. This is the Bull and the Maiden. This is a new one. It's not quite done, but almost. I haven't named it yet. This one is about our relationship to Saudi Arabia and how the environment is killed by all the money that Uncle Sam is profiting with Saudi through oil, through chemicals, and you can see that the marine life is dead, the sky, the creatures of the birds are dying, human beings are there. This is an abstract. This is called The Cat.
And you made that vase.
Yes, and that vase is another one of my pieces of art. It got shattered, but I still kept it because I love it.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. And
The Widow of Spain.
this is, yes, that's really based on my mother and all the
With 3
suffering she
kids.
went through, yeah.
You and your 2 brothers.
And that's me as a little girl holding on to her dress. This is an abstract, one of my more recent ones. These still need to be varnished, some of these things, and signed off. This is one, it's called Prison Madonna. I did that while I was in prison. This is called The Wave, and this is by Jax. This one was about First Amendment rights and WikiLeaks.
Julian Assange.
Yes, Julian Assange. This is a painting over here by my cousin. This above is an atomic battle going on, and you can see this was by Jax, and you can see all of the gas mask, the nuclear attack that happened, and da-da-da. This is Juliet's self-portrait. This is another abstract of mine. This is one that I did called the Pasha series. And it's an artist with a paintbrush dripping what looks like blood. And they're for rose petals because she brings life to her paintings, so they actually come to life. And this man is like aghast because she broke the velvet. They have these sashes when you go into galleries, or they used to in museums. She broke through it, and she's painting on a painting.
That's an Orozco right there.
These are 2 Orozcos.
This is my room.
Yes, this is Jack's room. This is an abstract. It's a mother and child. There's a mirror in the center that you really can't distinguish. This
Right
is a
there.
portrait I did of Jax. This is our beloved Spartacus, who we lost, but we have a pet cemetery here on our property, so he's out there with Snickers, and all of our pets, you know, will be here forever. We inherited this from my father, and so it's in a trust, and our hope is to keep it continuing for a long, long time,
I love
beyond
the
our
ocean,
lifetimes.
so that's one I did of a sailboat.
Jax
Pretty
did this
piece.
of the blue sailboat. She calls it Spartacus. This is an angel that she did. The ceiling, you can see I did the cloud imagery to kind of make it feel open space. Then we have over here, this is ceramic and acrylic. I made the frame myself, designed it and made it, and all of the rest I made. This is one of Jack's pieces. And here's another one of Jack's pieces underneath. It looks like a Roman gladiator. Actually, no, not a gladiator, a soldier.
It's a centurion, a Roman centurion.
There you go.
Okay.
And this is one that was about myself and my 2 children, Juliet and Steve. This is a volcano, or parts of one. You can see the lava spurting. This is another one of Jack's paintings. This is the ceiling. And all of these are universal symbols. They're from all over the world. They're religious symbols that represent spirituality. So you have them from everywhere, from China, from Afghanistan, from the United States, from, did I say China yet?
Yeah. Egypt.
Yeah, Muslim religion, all kinds of stuff. And in my room, so this is my room, and you can see it was my father's room, and you can see the paintings on the wall, the coloring. I like it very much. Here's one of my Brown series of these dancers. This is another one of the Brown series. The dance between the dove and the raven are mythology, and I'm not going to get into all that, but life comes through the fingertips of the woman and it grows around the man. There's a python around the man's legs, but a dove is resting on his finger and the raven is above him. This is a print from my daughter. Here's my mother and father when they were younger. This is one of my mentors. His name was Lee Strasberg, and this was me when I was a child. Well, I was a late teen. And I loved Lee Strasberg very much, and I was definitely one of his favorite students. This is about an abused mother and her daughter with the red balloon.
So when the Duchess works on her art, she basically spreads her paints, her canvas, and paints in here on her floor. I have a small easel that I use in my room where I paint on the floor in the living room.
This is my late husband, Professor James Peter Wallace, Emeritus of Jurisprudence Law. And this is another one of my paintings from the Brown series.
Okay.
And these are pieces of other artists. This sketch in the back is one that I haven't done anything with yet. This I would like to do in a painting at some point, but I haven't yet. This is a family tree of all the women in my life, you know, generationally. From my great-great-grandmother, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my mother, my daughter, and myself. This is a handmade beaded hat. This is, I didn't do it. This is a military sword. It's an antique. This is one of the examples of the postcards that we're going to be sending out to patrons. And the garage is tons of art.
We have a lot of art in the garage.
Yeah, we have tons of art. So
I'm going to give the camera to the Duchess, and I'm going to explain what we have for our patrons.
all right.
Okay, so for our patrons on patreon.com/Museum Americana, we have 3 different tiers that you can join to be a patron. For as little as $3 a month, you help support our videos, our podcasts, and supplies that we may need for our art. But this is what we have right now. Everyone that joins will get a postcard signed by the Duchess and I with our logo, okay? And that'll be embossed. So that's for our patrons. And then for our tier 3, what we're gonna do with the first 10 patrons will automatically bumped up to tier 3, which means for tier 3 you got to collect. Every 3 months we're going to be producing art, and we're going to number these and sign them. The artist will sign these. This is Jane Doe. And for those of you who may not know, the Duchess, Veronica Wallace, has written a couple of books. She's written Eating the Ashes, and Jane Doe, Sister Me, which we're discussing in the podcast, and then
some others.
Right, and then this one right here, Jane Doe, she did this when she was in prison, and I really liked this one. We liked it so much we made it the cover photo for her book, Jane Doe and the Science of Trauma, which is available on Amazon. Okay, so every 3 months you'll be getting one of these, and you get to collect these. They're going to be numbered. We're only releasing 100 of each art piece that we release. They will be stamped and numbered and embossed. So for our patrons, you get to be part of our art collection. Anyway, that's all we want to say for now. We thank you for joining us for oh look, there's Zeus.
There's Lucky. There's our Zeusy boy.
Hi Zeus.
These were all abandoned animals that we adopted. Zeus is, oh my boy. My Zeusy. This is Lucky, my baby. She's the baby of the family. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you for joining us. And I know I did this really fast, but I don't like being on camera, so sorry.
We will see you guys on our next video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Like our video if you like this tour of our home, our museum, our studio. And we will see you guys
the studio in the back later
on our next video. And make sure you guys check out our podcast, which is on Spotify. 23 Years in Prison. We're at episode 10 now, or on Anchor.fm. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for now.
Peace out.